It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, January 28, 2016. Go! Go! And good morning to you all this lovely Thursday morning, January 28, 2016. Here are your news tonight. Here at our top story at 8 a.m. in the morning time on this Thursday morning. Here is in Washington where Donald Trump and Ted Cruz make an unlikely pair of revolutionaries before they rejected the establishment of such fervor, co-opted into the fury of error, led voters and distant elites, both spent decades rubbing shoulders with its power. A protester keeps watch this month during an operation about National Wildlife Refugee in Newark, and the FBI kept a low profile but monitored statements that the protesters were making on social media and elsewhere. How Ronald Reagan explained it in Children's Disaster the World as 30 years ago. Today on Tuesday, January 20, 1986, 7 astronauts, including New Hampshire school teacher Christopher McCall, went into orbit, but the Challenger space shuttle exploded 73 seconds into the flight, killed all 7. The Dutch EU presidency is working on a plan to ease the migrant crisis by which a core group of member states would accept up. Widow of Fox Linkoff helped misuse police program funds charges. As Lake County Sheriff Detective Chris Coble speaks about Melanie Gliders' indictment on Wednesday. Zeke can have evidence of birth defects like the lead poisoning Flint has highlighted the added burdens, especially facing the poor and people of color. Sweden's interior minister said that the country is prepared to expel 80,000 asylum seekers over the course of the next year, according to media reports. Paris, France, and Iran held a set of business ties and export deals on Thursday, including the sale of dozens of Airbus planes at the car factory revamped and reignites a decades-old relationship between Tehran and carmaker Pugo. Tokyo, Japan's economic minister resigned Thursday as he fended off corruption allegations and a setback from the Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's effort to rev up. The Hague, Netherlands, former Ivory Coast President Laurent Gbagbo unleashed a wave of the deadly violence targeted the political opponents in a doomed attempt to cling to power after losing in the 2010 election runoff, the International Criminal Court's chief said. In Jerusalem, a pair of elite Israeli soldiers were sentenced to prison after a video of one of them shooting to kill the camel in the West Bank went viral. St. Louis, the Ferguson Police Department agreed to overhaul policies, training, and practices as part of the sweeping in with the Justice Department fought the 2014 fatal shooting of an 18-year-old Michael Brown. A aggressive legal strategy pursued by the women's health care provider Planned Parenthood may have been critical for turning the tables of opponents who are sinking in the prosecuted in Texas for allegedly profiting from sales of aborted fetal tissue. After the hours-long standoff outside the Virginia home Wednesday night, 6 people were found dead in the apparent murder or suicide, according to news reports. In Washington, Mike Huckabee parody election calls. Election on Kukachu. Meanwhile, the morning hour, even though Donald Trump has found out on Thursday evening GOP presidential debate, his name will be likely be on the tip of everyone's tongue. Manchester, Hampshire, iPads, computers, and some snacks with 70 out of solar from Senator Rand Paul's campaign office in Manchester, Hampshire. Washington, President Barack Obama warned against the resident attempts administered into the United States and the yard of 2 American soldiers who saved Jewish lives in World War II. Global stock market depression Thursday as investors digested the Federal Reserve latest stats in the interest rates. Here, the Dow, here. Down to 22%, 7.7, 59, 44.46, SP 5 at 18, 2.95, and NASDAQ 5,468.17. States such as California, Arizona, and Nevada have moved to increase fees on homeowners and business with solar panels. The utility companies say the solar owners have not paid fair share of the cost of maintaining the electric grid. Since November, enrolled Lake County has reported over 873 Lake County residents enrolled in the health insurance plan that fought the health insurance market complaints of Medicaid and open enrollment ends on Sunday. London, a 6-4 broker, was acquitted on Thursday of charges of steady help a one-time trader UBS and Citigroup money that the imported benchmark interest rate known as LIBOR. Calgary, Alberta. Spending $3.88 million to build a strong footprint of the nomination shell base in the Canada fits with a created low-risk profile and rich incorporated, it said. Dallas plans on coming up together to bring back Circus City, the electronic supermarket that folded after bankruptcy in 2009. I plan to be voted. I plan to find to be a free phone in this space. It's actually colossal over the start 1 trillion kilometers away. That's according to the team of astronomers in the UK. Southern California, why is the tension between Western U.S. North Korea's recent nuclear test and lack of aggressive steps to address climate change are putting the world under great threat that scientists behind a doomsday clock the measures. For the first time, scientists have pinned down a molecular process in the brain that helps to trigger schizophrenia. Women who used meds when they were teenagers at risk for early onset of melanoma, experts said restricted indoor attendance can help combat the rising incidence of skin cancer. 2 teenage teens lost their lives after drinking a mixture of racing fuel and mountain fuel. One of the teens died. There was well and Senator Kim performed complex sex with a single drop of blood while consumers access lab tests without the doctor's orders as reported by Theranos, a Silicon Valley lab testing company with 40 locations across. Peter Channel News Time, 8:06 in the morning time on this Thursday morning, and it is time now for a spot support here. Last night, the Boston Celtics defeated the Denver Nuggets 111-103, while the North Lancers boys basketball team lost to the Nova Sherman Raiders 48-34, while the girls basketball team of Nova Sherman lost to the Raiders 42-29. Here, next up tonight, the North Lancers boys hockey team will have a game in Fall River tonight against the Derby Hilltoppers. Game time 5 o'clock here. Melbourne, Australia, in just a matter of days, Norman Dumont went from Joel to Eris through Exodus and Mr. Clee. Why do people take sides when it comes to Cam Newton? Mostly because they fear hate the other, and because Cam refuses to dance to the truth to keep us into the and bundled up. Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton on the verge of the first Super Bowl recently told a Sean observer that his race contributes to the criticism of him, and a very strange moment happened in the second period of a Wednesday night game between the Cowboy Rams and the Nashville Predators. As Dennis Weber cross-check slams him into the boards from behind. Peter Channel News Time is now 8:07 in the morning time here on this Thursday morning here. It is time now for a travel report. Let's study up down and down here with 95 to 7 Saturday. So for second audience to downtown Providence here. 95 to the north side, so for Route 37 work audience to downtown Providence. 185 to the west side, so for 114 in the east part audience to downtown Providence here. 285 to the south side, so for Route 6 in Justin all the way to Route 12 in Crescent due to an accident in route. 295 northbound side round. The Crescent stretch of express delays here. 295 the northbound side, so from 37 in Crescent all the way to Route 12 in Crescent here. Route 37 on the westbound side, it is open for 295 in Crescent. 95 on the northbound side is slow from Crescent all the way to downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side is slow around Route 4 in East Greenwich and Route 4 on the northbound side, so open for Route 95. Battle Bridge to the southbound side, and then slope on Jamestown, Newport, about Hope Bridges are looking good here. 295 and the northbound side, slope for Route 85 in Attleboro here. 24 to the northbound side, so for 148 charge to the Route 44 here. Ward Bridge to the southbound side, and then it's slow. 290 to the eastbound side, so for 146 all the way up to Route 9 in Worcester. 146 to the northbound side, so before Route 290 in Worcester here. 495 on the northbound side, so for Milford to the Mass Pike in Westbury here. 24 to the northbound side, and it is slope from 139 to Route 128. Route 3 to the northbound side, so Derby Street and Higgins to the exit on. Route 3 to the northbound side after exit 15 to Derby Street and Higgins all the way to the Braintree split here. Route 128 to the southbound side, and it is slow from Route 24 to the Braintree split. 9, San Francisco Express on the northbound side, so for Braintree split all the way at the Dorchester. San Francisco Express on the southbound side, so for the Dorchester stretch. Mass Pike in the eastbound side, and then after Route 9 and Framingham, so expect some delays on Route 98 of the Mass Pike from Route 9 and Framingham all the way out to the Austin Brown tolls there. Mass Pike on the north end, so for longer, but all the way at the south Austin around Route 93 here. 120 to the southbound side, and it's so for Reddit all the way at the Waltham as we get some accidents on 120 to the southbound side between Route 3 and Burlington on Route 2 and Lexington there, Route 2 to the westbound side, and then it's over the Lexington stretch, Route 2 to the eastbound side. So from Route 60 in Belmont all the way out to Route Fresh Pond Park Ray Cambridge to get a next to the new Route 2 in the D spots out. Route 60 in Belmont here. Route 93 is up outside, so 125 and off as the way to all the way out to the Snake Bridge here. Route 1 is up outside, so from Route 16 in River all the way out to Route 93. Route 2 in the D spots out. Also around Route 111 in Acton. Route 3 is up outside, so from Pepper all the way up to the middle right here. Route 495 is up outside, so around Route 93 in Lawson and Prince again from 32 Spayard out to Route 3 in Lowell here. Out in Springfield here. I-91 in the stop outside, and it is so from 160 in Chicopee all the way out to Springfield and 91 in the north outside, and it is so from Route 5 in Springfield all the way out to 160 to the next to the New York, I-91 in the north outside around Mill Street, so expect for delays here. In Hartford, I-84 to the east outside, so from Farmington and all the way out to downtown Hartford, I-84 to the west outside, so today when the Manchester I-8 to downtown Hartford, I-91 to the south outside, so from Windsor all the way out to Hartford, I-91 to the north outside, so from Rocky all the way to downtown Hartford here. And New Haven and the 91 is south outside, and it is so from Hampton all the way to downtown Hartford here. All the way to downtown New Haven doing the next to the I-91 is south outside before Route 95 in New Haven here. Okay, take a look at MBTA alerts here. Okay, take a look at Northern New England here. Vermont highways are looking good here, but in New Hampshire here. Every turn back is slow from Bedford all the way to the Nashville. 93 to south outside, so 293 Manchester South Street to Derry, New Hampshire. Route 101 in the east outside, it is open for Route 95 in Hampton. Smaller turn back rules around Route 4 in Durham, New Hampshire here. And up in Maine, 295 on the north outside, it is so from Portland all the way to Falmouth here. But Main turn back looks good from York and Augusta via Portland. And 295 in the south outside, so before the main turn back from Falmouth here. And 95 is looking good from Augusta to Holton via Bangor. And 295 is looking good from Falmouth to Augusta here. Okay, take a look at MBTA alerts here at 812 here. Subway system is looking good here. Commuter rail. Looking good. And the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, take a look at the 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. For today, sun skies are about 40 degrees. Calm will become at 7 6 miles per hour in the afternoon. Here, tonight, increased skies about 28 degrees, calm wind. Friday, sun skies are about 39 degrees, calm wind becoming northwest about 6 miles in the afternoon. Friday, cloudy during the early evening, the gradual clear skies about 25 degrees. Northwest about 6 to 11 miles an hour. Saturday, most sun skies about 39 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour. 99 miles an hour becoming southwest in the afternoon. Sunday night, most skies about 29 degrees. Sunday, parts of the most skies about 49 about 35 degrees. Monday, most skies about 51 degrees. Monday night, chance of showers before 10 p.m. Most skies about 36 degrees. Chance of 30%. Tuesday, most skies about 50 degrees. Tuesday, chance of rain. Most skies about 37 degrees. Chance of 50%. And for Wednesday, chance of rain. Clouds about 53 degrees. Chance of 50%. Currently in Norton, 21 degrees with humidity 1% and close skies. And that is going to be it for the Peter Shuttle Morning News on this January 28th, 2016 here on a Thursday. Tuesday. Have a good morning and a good Friday today. I'll see you for a new time report.